Okay. Mm. Hello. Welcome, welcome. Oop. Okay. I've got my capture set up a little bit differently than last time. So we'll see how that affects both the stream and everything else. So please let me know if there's any abnormalities. It's been a week since we played this game. And I haven't completely forgotten how everything works, so we'll see how it goes. Okay. Did anybody have any CP? Oh, I actually do have some. I actually do have some CP. I actually do some stuff I can level up with. Nice. Still not entirely sure what I should be putting. Learned Life Siphon. What does that do? It's a great question. Well, that's all my... Well, it's not all my CV, but it's a lot of it. I want him to level up Sentinel, because we're kind of making him... Well, I thought we were making him tanky, but... I think I had this problem last time, too. I think Snow's, like, Sentinel is, like, fully leveled, actually. So... I think... Why can't I level, like... I can't level up, like, anything Snow has. Like, that's it. That's not all I can level up on him. Like, nothing else is connecting. I might just be doing something wrong, so who knows. Yeah, my hair is really... my hair is really, fluffy. Really fluffy today for some reason. Hello, Zalk. Hello. It's okay, you can lurk. Don't worry. It's really humid, so that's probably why my hair is a little puffy right now. Okay, cool. So it looks like CP is earned by people who are also not in the not in combat, which is nice. You have no CP. Lies. Well, that's not all I can tell. And for Saz and Hope, who are not even like in the party right now. Can I even level them up? Maybe not. Not as far as it goes. And this boy, who I'm sure by the end of this game I will either love or just completely hate. He is the child character. Okay. So we're down in like this. A lot happened last time. I'm not even gonna try and sum it up. The most I'm gonna try and sum up here is that we got branded by some kind of magical creatures called the false sea, the pulse false sea, I believe, and that makes us Lassie, and who are like welcome. We are the we're magic folk now. We got magic powers, yo. We gotta do something before we turn into zombies. But we want to turn into crystals. Crystals, they're much better. Also, Lightning's sister and Snow's fiance turned into a crystal, and here she is.
Sarah! Sarah.
I'll get you out of there. And he like, what are you what are you doing? Wait, stop, Snow. Okay, okay. I was worried that he was gonna like, I'll just smash her. Hello, Emmy. Welcome, welcome.
This is goodbye.
Lightning!
Lightning.
Psycom will be here soon. If they find us, we're all dead.
Look, man.
You think Sarah'd want that?
Like,
You think you know how she feels?
she's amongst her people. Look, there are crystals everywhere.
We'll be fine. I can handle anything they throw at us. No one will die. I'll protect Sarah. And Cocoon.
Lightning's gonna kick his ass. Oh yeah, she is.
Does she look protected to you?
I can save her!
What can you possibly do?
Sorry, it's not funny.
Whatever it takes.
It's a very dramatic scene. I don't know. It's just she just walked up and just smacked him.
Just can't admit it. Want to say as much as he does.
So now I'm sitting here like thinking, is it going to be a case of like Lightning and Snow are going to become better friends and kind of get over Sarah's death by the end of the game and come together like that way? Or is it going to be like Snow starts falling for her and then he's like, I can't fall for her sister. I was in love with Sarah. And then Sarah comes back at the end and he's like, oh, this is awkward. Anyway, I think we're having a boss fight.
Stand back.
Yeah, welcome back. I guess I have to mix C. Yeah, Snow got punched. Tutorial on... Okay, fine, we'll do our tutorial. Enemy stands before you as vast reserves of HP. This tutorial explains how to employ paradigms effectively to stagger it, so you can deal extra damage to defeat it quickly. An offensive paradigm, like a relentless assault, allows you to concentrate part attack, stop those attacks, and chain most you work so hard to build within the fault. I mean, that makes sense. So, it may seem like it's a good idea to stick with relentless assault to hold in a battle, but... yeah, this enemy can fuck you up, so... you have to be able to switch to Solidarity to heal. Okay, so we talked about this last time, but paradigm shifting, switching between the two team combinations is very, like, it's basically the bread and butter of the game. So, yeah, best set, paradigm, composed of kind of manageable Ravagers, driving up chain bonus, taking some damage, shift to Solidarity to recover. So is everyone healed? Shift back to offense. Okay, makes sense. Alright, so we just took a bunch of damage, so we swapped to Solidarity. Lightning can keep attacking it. Well, let's swap back to Relentless Assaults. No, never mind. Okay, so we swapped back, but then we just immediately started taking damage again. Okay. Alright, so that was good. We swap back. Alright, so now it's staggered. Now we're just gonna wail on him as quickly as possible. Like, I know they give me more abilities, but it still kind of feels like using auto battle most of the time is still kind of the best thing. I don't want to swap back just yet, so we're gonna keep on wailing on this thing for now. Stagger still going. We have a million potions. Oh shit. Actually, we're gonna swap because this is gonna hurt. Your opponent's chain gauge has been fully depleted. Finish any healing as soon as possible, then shift your paradigm back. Okay, so yeah. Interesting. I swear that lightning, I thought lightning actually used, like, I thought she actually had lightning, but like, you would think it's in the namesake. Ow. But I don't, unless I'm missing something, I don't see it. Oh, okay, we're staggered again. Cool. I'm gonna hit him with 3 ruins, why not? Like, again, like, I just don't have a lot of abilities, like, it just seems like hitting auto battles, he is about to die. Cool, we got him. 4 stars. I know it is possible to, like, turn down the combat speed a little bit. Like, I think there was actually an option there that I could, like, if things were going too quickly, I could turn it down.
You're leaving?
We want to help Sarah too. But without tools, we could be digging for days. The army's on our trail. Now, we gotta keep moving. For now.
So I just abandoned her and saved myself?
What about your focus? What happened to banding together and saving the world?
Yeah, you did kind of forget
Isn't
about
what
that
you
quickly.
promised? Now you want to forget it all and die right here? Snow, you're nothing but talk.
You guys are gonna be friends by the end of this. I know you will be.
I'll do whatever it takes. I'll finish this focus and keep Sarah safe.
Snow's wearing like 3 necklaces.
That's my promise.
That is a lot of
Great job so
necklaces.
far.
Like, I know Final Fantasy is all about wearing like a million belts, also Savage, but Snow is like, nah, man, necklaces. That's what we got.
Stay out of trouble.
You do.
Get going.
Okay, so is Snow staying behind? I mean, like,
Later.
I guess he's staying behind. Well, cool. There goes my tank. Yeah, Hope, don't you still want to, like, say something to this guy about how he let your mom die?
Save it for next time, kiddo. You get left behind.
Okay, he's got... Okay, no, you're right. I think he has 2, but he's got 3 chains. Like, watch again when it pops up. Like, look on the, like,
I'll take care of you.
the right side of his collarbone, our left.
We'll meet again.
He's got, like, another chain. Yeah, there he is. He's got, like, another chain, like, going up
Yeah.
behind it.
Count on it.
So it's 2.5. He has 2.5 necklaces, which somehow is way more Final Fantasy than just having 3 necklaces. Snow's gonna show up in the party later, and he's gonna be wielding Sarah like a weapon. Like he no longer does fist attacks. He's just gonna have his crystal girlfriend. He's gonna swing her around like a club. He's just here. Hey, buddy. We'll bring you a shovel or something. Something that'll be more effective. Alright, so Saz is in the party now. Saz, I don't think Saz... Saz, I think... Yeah, Saz only has Ravager, which is fine for attacking, but... But it means that... It means that if we swap to... If we swap to Solidarity in a fight, we're not really going to have a tank, which is going to put some strain on Vanille healing us. Here's the thing: if you work as weaponized girlfriend, you gotta be a crystal. Yeah, you gotta. I mean, feral might work, but like, do you add a +10 to a +10 bludgeoning bonus when you get swung around by a heroic himbo boyfriend? Can't use slashing damage. Dual wield. Well, okay, so he has to get to his like his third tier of class before he can dual wield friend and girlfriend to fight. Vanille, where are you going? Vanille? I hope he's okay too, but like, girl, you just ran by like 12 guys. You could have attacked one of them. Till I cry. I mean... Five stars. Good job. You sure did mash auto battle to win that fight against those guys.
Okay, do not shake the slippery tube. We come on this. Do not shake the slippery tube.
I'm gonna...
It's only scary if you look down. You should close your eyes.
It's only scary if you look down. Here, the camera's gonna just pan down. Vanille keeps like running like way ahead of us, and then we still end up fighting just like everything behind her. Okay, actually, the paradigm now is called diversity. It's not even solidarity anymore. I should take a look at that to see how it's changed. Nice. Diversity, Commando, Medic, Ravager. Okay. I mean, that's all we got. Like, Saz doesn't have any other kind of, like, classification right now. All he has is Ravager. Again, I want Lightning to use Lightning. I feel like there's something I'm missing. I feel like she should be able to use Lightning. Let's just double check something. let's just have a little look-see. Techniques. Libra. Thunder. She has Thunder. Thunder is only available in Ravager. Okay. I think? Maybe. Recharge one slaying a target. That's pretty good. Power chain. Can I just put Thunder here? No. Okay. So... let's change Relentless Assault. Let's make Relentless Assault straight Ravager. Yeah, let's make her straight Ravager. Let's try it. Try Disaster. There's two of us. It's more like bye Disaster. Am I right? Am I right, ladies and guys and all those others? God, I'm a disaster. I found 6 vials of enigmatic fluid. Well, I don't think it should be enigmatic. I think we should know what it is. But let's hold on to it. Anyway, okay, so now we just have like a straight DPS paradigm, and then we have the more tactical one.
You'll never get past this if you don't say something.
Words won't change anything. Next time we meet,
Oh, thanks.
how I
Next time we need to learn exactly how I feel. I swear I'm gonna do it, guys. I'm definitely gonna tell Snow. Definitely gonna tell Snow off the next time. What's this? Examine?
Looks operational.
Lightning activates the gun by slicing it. There's some enemies over there. I should go check that out. Ah. Oh, they caught me. I was hoping I could sneak up on them and get a preemptive strike, but... okay, so now I have Thunder. Nice. Unfortunately, these guys are not, like, weak to... okay, so it looks like... the only thing is that when I'm in Ravager mode, I only have Thunder. So, okay. So, I probably have to unlock more... I probably gotta unlock more abilities in the Crystarium. So, okay, so, like, I'm starting to see, like, the RPG kind of element here. Like, I'm starting to see more of the, like, more of the game open up into having some more stuff going on for it. Thunder is also not lightning. It's true, but this is Final Fantasy. The spells are thunder, not lightning. It's thunder, Thundara, Thundaga. Actually, no, that's only in... I think that's... No, hold on. Hey, I just realized something. It's typically... Final Fantasy spells are typically, like, name... they're typically name, then Dara, like Fyra, Blizzara, Blizzaga, whatever. Why didn't they do that in 14? Why in 14 it's just Fire 1, Fire 2, Fire 3. Yeah, but otherwise it's just what's up with that? Fire 2, Fire 3. It is like that's what it is in Final Fantasy XIV. It doesn't, they don't use the typical spell naming conventions. They had to go all the way to Fire 4 and not a Gus. I don't know, I don't like. Am I crazy? Like, am I not? Am I overthinking it? Does anyone else think that's kind of weird? Who plays 14? I wonder if that's how it was in 1.0, and then they were like, nah, this is kind of confusing. I'm gonna turn my camera down just a little bit. I've got a lot of headroom up here. I'm leaning back, so that's kind of why I'm looking at it's bothering me a little bit. It's a little bit better. Like, I'm mostly picking up on this now because I'm finally leveling Black Mage in that game. It's the last class I need to level to 80, so all the spells are like fire, ice, and lightning, which, you know, it's Black Mage. It's what you would expect. Like, that's the bread and butter. But yeah, I was noticing. I just now realized that. I'm like, they weren't naming them like the typical way. Hello, you are a specimen. Battle technique. Techniques or special abilities. I mean, I also just look at the icons. Like I play Samurai a lot, and I have no idea what any of the abilities are called. Techniques, special abilities used by expending technical points. Party TP gauge, Pierce, blah blah blah. Try a technique on yourself. Use Libra, which, to what I was told, this is actually bugged on the PC version. It doesn't display the weaknesses properly. I actually bumped the resolution down because I thought that would fix it. It looks like it is not. So, reveal the enemy intel at any time. Using Libra, reveal that is vulnerable to fire and water damage. More powerful techniques. Super. Yeah, so swapping paradigms like really takes away from your stagger gauge. So you really want to be careful about not doing that, apparently. I don't know if I'm actually doing more damage or less damage. Oh. I don't know. There might be a hard boss that we run into later. I'm really close to staggering this guy, this fool. Come on, stagger. Nice, there we go. Hey, we got him. Things have preceded. I'm sure I'm gonna fight a big climactic story boss on my way out of here. So it wouldn't surprise me. Send in cruisers. They really want to get us. Hello, Professor. Libra scope. What is that? Reveals detailed status information on all enemies. So it's just basically the same thing as Libra. Snow has yeeted himself from the party. It is true. He decided he wanted to try and save his crystal girlfriend rather than come with us just yet. Okay, we got cutscene. Oh, hello. That's a cool looking thing. It reminds me of a particular enemy from Xenoblade X, actually. There's this big phoenix looking thing in that game that will fuck you up.
Anyone made it out
So do I. But nowhere is safe for him now. Damn it. Just cause they shared a neighborhood with a foul sea.
Something about
They could treat
I
us
like
like
Vanille so far.
slaves.
Something about her performance is a little off to
People
me.
really hate Pulse, don't they?
Like I feel I feel
Hate,
bad saying that,
fear.
but I think
Tens of millions of people
I don't know. Like something's
all
off.
scared of Pulse boogeymen. They'd be shaking in their beds every night if they knew that the sea like us were around.
But they purged that entire town.
It's crazy, I know. But the Sanctum Foul Sea did nothing to stop it.
Should be paying attention to the story.
Up until now, Eden's always stepped in to correct their errors of judgment. Guess humans aren't worth the effort. Figure they'll let us just kill each other off.
The sea are not human.
Listen, you, that's enough.
Did you guys really not think he had one too? Like, Mr. Grabby Hands got all of you
Still
guys.
alive. That's something.
No, they didn't. They knew. I think that was just a moment. That was just like, oh right, you have a mark too.
I don't know.
Also, I just remembered Vanille's mark is like on her ass.
They're sealing off the area. They're trying to trap the stragglers. We gotta get moving before we're caught in the net.
All right, we're gonna keep on rolling. Oh boy, what are you about to say? I just look over and see psychic damage. What's coming? Oh, I should have known. The second you said psychic damage, I should have known it was going to be like a pony thing. I've got my paradigm set up right now so that I have the Ravager on top. I should swap that up, honestly. What are you guys doing? Can't even tell. I should... Wait, not that one. That one. Well, they actually don't really have any weaknesses. Yeah, that was much faster. Okay. Yeah, let's redo some of these paradigms a little bit. And then we'll change this one to try disaster. Nice. Okay. Whole lot of crystals down here. They said this used to be a lake, so I guess when the false sea crashed into it, it just crystallized the whole dang thing. They're actually weak to lightning. Or thunder, rather.
Stay sharp.
So we're gonna go Zappo. I swear I said they were weak to lightning. Yeah, they're weak to lightning. Oh shit. I wasn't even, I looked away for a second and I didn't realize that Vanille was getting the crap kicked out of her. I remember, just because why not? Let's talk about My Little Pony. I remember I was in, like, I think my first year of college when it started to get big, like when the whole brony thing started to happen. I remember, like, our college newspaper running a story on bronies, and it was like on the first, it was on the front page at one point, and I just remember getting texts from, or rather I saw something like on Facebook or something when I used to be on there about people just being like, what the heck, like people just being like, why are there ponies, My Little Ponies on the front page of the paper? It's just one of those things that, like, it's just one of those things that it's easy to forget that it's easy to forget that some things, like, kind of exist in a bit more of a bubble than other things. Like, nowadays you hear about the whole brony thing or whatever, or hear about somebody like liking a cartoon who may be outside the demographic, and it's just like, whatever. Like what you like. Just don't like impose on other people who, like, are trying to like something. It's just, you know what I'm trying to say. But there's still kind of like that stigma around it. Like, anytime we go to, like, we went to a convention, I remember, several years ago, and it's one of those things that, like, it's always interesting to see the interactions between the people who are, like, into all the fandom stuff like that, and then people who are just kind of passing through the city, seeing what's going on. And a lot of times it's just bewilderment and befuddlement. Sometimes it's a little bit more than that, unfortunately, and it's never comfortable when it is like that. But yeah, oh, we are fighting a motorcycle. Cool. Resistance. Okay, so it's resistant to physical. It's resistant to magic? What the heck? Yeah, okay. I'm gonna swap back over to Try Disaster in a second here, but I wanted to heal up. Nice. There we go. The pizza is aggressive. This thing is beefy. Like, this thing has significantly more health than the other enemies we fought. Alright, it's gonna run, about to run out of, I mean, I guess motorcycles are beefy. If I fought with a motorcycle, it would probably take a significant amount of magic if I fought a real motorcycle to kill a motorcycle. Like, it's very classically known that motorcycles, they can take a beating against magic. I'll just... It is interesting that there isn't, like, any kind of, like, mana meter for the magic. You just can kind of use it. But I guess the restriction is that you just have to be in a specific paradigm to do it. I mean, Judgment's motorcycle can fight alongside of her. It's just named Fist Punch, and it has feathers, and it goes, "Quee!" Where's the motorcycle barding for the chocobo? Where's the barding that just like turns my chocobo into a transformer? I'm not talking about like the diamond weapon or the other weapon abilities. I mean, like, I'm talking about like, I want that thing to have wheels.
This whole place is crystal.
Yeah, Vanille. We kind of established that already.
I wonder what it'd be like to become a crystal.
You gonna complete your focus?
Maybe. If I knew what it was.
I mean, like, the alternative of becoming a crystal is becoming a zombie.
Hey, Lightning. Did Sarah say anything?
It's kind of a lose-lose situation no matter what, but...
Nothing.
You know what? She probably didn't want to worry you.
Or she just didn't think she could trust me.
Oh.
Alright, well, gotta keep on going. Nice. Good job, Lightning.
Stay sharp.
Uh... It's... Where's I going with this? I can't remember what I was going to say. Is this the part of the stream where I say I haven't played any other Final Fantasies except the Tactics Advanced series in 14 and Final Fantasy VII and Remake, which is like, you know, 5 games, but in the grand scheme of things, it's not a lot. Final Fantasy was always one of those series that I can't decide if I actually would have been really into as a kid or not, because it's one of those things that, like, when I was younger, I really didn't like typical turn-based, like, RPGs, JRPGs, if I'm being real. Like, I was really bad at them. I was extremely impatient. I didn't understand how a lot of the systems worked. There's only, like, a handful of... Hey, same hat. There's only like a handful of, like, games like that that I could really stomach. And even then, I wasn't terribly good at a lot of them. Like, I want to say Pokemon was probably the first, like, turn-based JRPG I ever played, and I was real bad at it. Oh, another Alpha Behemoth. Wonder if I can sneak up on that thing. The music just got real funky. Like, Golden Sun is a game I like a whole lot. But like, there was, like, I don't know, like there's I can count on, like, probably like 1 or 2 hands of games I played growing up that are turn-based RPGs. The console definitely affected it as well, but some of the, I guess what I'm musing at right here is that, like, if I had had a PlayStation 1 or a PlayStation 2, because I didn't have those, which is the reason there was a lot of, like, Sony properties specifically that I missed out on growing up, that I probably would have liked. Like, would I have liked Final Fantasy? And the answer is I don't know, because I was not huge on, like, aside from a couple of games, I was not huge on, like, turn-based combat and, like, traditional JRPG combat. Like, one of the reasons I think Tales of Symphonia, which I swear I'm going to make a video on someday, was such a was such a eye opener of a game for me. Was such a like a formative media for me. Why I loved it so much was because it had all the JRPG elements I liked of a game like that, like a huge cast, lots of characters that you got to develop and go on journeys with like that, and really long story. Like it was really, it had all those things, but it was all the combat was real time. Like the combat was all, every single battle was a real time battle where you like controlled it and you like used your attacks and moved your character around the screen. It wasn't just like waiting for things to happen. And I'm not even like knocking turn-based combat either. Like I think there's totally value in it, absolutely. And there are turn-based games I like. Like I like Tactics Advance a little bit, like when I was growing up, and that's turn-based. I like Fire Emblem. That's turn-based. I don't know. I probably would have gone for Final Fantasy. I probably just would have been bad at it. Most of my experience of Final Fantasy came from like approximate knowledge or one of my friends just talking about it. Like one of my friends is way into the series, and he would tell me stuff about 7. I remember like the whole Honeybee Inn scene from 7 that everyone has talked about a lot, where Cloud dresses up as a woman to go sneak into a place. He told me about that scene like 15 years or whatever it was before the remake came out, and that was the only thing aside from all the obvious stuff that stuck with me about 7 for some reason. Was like I knew I was like, at some point Cloud is gonna dress up as a woman to go seduce some guy or something. And so then when the part happened, I think there was a trailer when it happened. Like I was the Leonardo DiCaprio meme where I was pointing. I was like, "It's the scene that my friend told me about." It is true. Yeah, it is true that different games handle their turn-basedness differently as well. I always thought that was kind of interesting about Final Fantasy, was like, so this is turn-based combat, but it's turn-based combat that is like actively happening. Like I can't just sit back and stop. I have to be paying attention to what's actually going on the entire time. Welcome back. Cloud did rock those dresses. That's that's like what is it in that's what happens in 7 remake, like when you run into Tifa again and she's like because everyone's been talking about how pretty Cloud is in his dress, and Tifa's like, Cloud, like you're his dress, and Cloud like looks at the camera and he's like, yes, nailed it, moving on, thank you. And they don't talk about it again. It was really good. Come on. Oh, Saz is dead. Shit. Do I want to blow a Phoenix down? Not yet. I want to see if he comes back after combat. Yeah, he came back. Okay, cool. We did. I agree, actually. We got like the white one. I think we did get his ugliest one. And I don't know how to get the other ones too. Cause like we got Aerith's best outfit, and we got a really good outfit for Tifa, which I like. I think the one we got for Tifa was my favorite one. What is this thing even weak to? Nothing. Oh, but it does have physical damages. Physical abilities do have to it. Okay, so I'm gonna myrtleize these guys first, so I can focus on that boss. Oh, it's already staggered. Sweet. This thing does not like Saz. Like it's just fucking him up. Yeah, there he goes. Well, he's not dead yet, but like, damn, like this thing is just ruining his day.
Well, that wasn't scary at all.
Yeah, the red dress. Yeah, the red dress on Aerith was 100% the best one. I love the way it looks, and I love her introduction with it. It's classic like high school. It's classic like high school teen romance movie where like she walks in, they roll out the carpet, and Cloud's got this look on his face like, "Whoa, I didn't realize she was beautiful. Man, I gotta rethink some things." This will seriously boost Saz's magic. Has Saz been using magic? I haven't really been paying attention. He has fire. Okay, so he is using magic. But Vanille also is using magic. And she's more of a magic-y person, but this would bring... Saz's abilities are actually pretty balanced. Doubles restored effective potions. Yeah, let's give him the Magician's Mark for now. It might be better on Vanille, but who knows? We can always change it later. Goral's indeed pretty. Thank you. I agree 100% with this statement. Alright, where are we going? Guess we're going over there. Only controversial statements on this channel. Girl's pretty. Is this some kind of temple or something? Like, they gave us the name, but I don't think anybody really commented on what this place is. Well, we could go that way, but there's some enemies over here I want to kill.
Well, that wasn't scary at all.
The way she's saying that, it's like it's almost sarcastic. Well, that wasn't scary at all. Oh, they caught me. Oh, hello. Hello, dear sir. You are a boss. Or you were a boss. Alright, so we're gonna take care of the little guys first. Yeah, okay. He's not weak to anything, but physical abilities and I guess magic are half? I don't know. Stats unremarkable. Come on, lightning. Zap him, zap him. Zappo. So they made 3 of these games, which leads me to believe that regardless of what happens in this game, it's either not gonna completely wrap up the story, or something's gonna happen at the end of this game that made them say, no, we need to go back and fix that. Something be like, alright, listen, people didn't like how we ended this game, so we have to go back and do something about that. Am I supposed to be going this way? There was like a... Maybe I should have investigated that thing that Vanille told me to look at. I should go back and look at it. It might be nothing, but it could be something. I actually know nothing about the second game. I'm gonna be completely honest. I feel like if I look up anything, it's gonna be a spoiler though. So I have no idea. I know the third game is Lightning Returns, which could be suggesting that she's coming back from something that happens to her in this or the second game, or it could just be like, look guys, Lightning's back. I don't know. We'll find out. I'm interested in finding out on my own. Depending on how this one plays out, I may or may not play the second one. It's again one of those things that, like, these games are old enough and they went on sale enough. If I go back, I'm gonna fight that guy again. Whatever. It's one of those things that, like, what am I even trying to say? I get all these games in like a Steam sale that I can just, like, I just have them. Like I have the entire series. It's like that for a couple other games too. Like I've been meaning to play more of the Guilty Gear series because I have the entire series that I bought for like $10. And apparently a new one just came out. Why am I leveling up Ravager? Because I want to. Is there anything to level up with Medic? Yeah. I just didn't do it. Oops. Speedrun for the second game is shorter. Well, I'm curious, what's the speedrun time for the second game? Wait, I get. Did Saz unlock a new? Did Saz unlock a new ring? What's going on there? I've heard some of the music for. I've heard some of the music for the new one. I liked it a lot. I don't know. I've been meaning to play through some of the older ones before I try the new one. Guilty Gear is a series I really, really like aesthetically, but I'm really bad at fighting games, and I haven't really played any of the series, so. Two half hours for 4 hours. Yeah, that's quite the jump. I like fighting games because fighting games often have really interesting characters and aesthetics that I really enjoy, but I'm also very bad at fighting games, so I just play them by myself. I'm also an extremely competitive person, so when I do play with other people, in a competitive setting, I have the tendency to get angry, and I don't like that about myself, so I try to avoid it. The solution you're probably thinking is, well, maybe you should just be less like that. In which case I say, yeah, I agree. I've actually worked on it a lot in recent years. Because when I was younger, I was I was a real brat when it came to things like that. Had to win all the time. If I didn't win, I was really upset. It sucked. I was kind of an asshole. We're bad at fighting games, but we like fighting games aesthetically, is what we're saying. And yes, Emmy, I think you and I have discovered over the past several weeks, we are basically the same person. So I can only really control lightning. Like, I can swap to paradigms to give my people different abilities, but I can't, it doesn't seem like I can, like... It doesn't seem like I can specifically tell them to use specific spells. Maybe I'll unlock that later. Okay, so I just jumped over. Cool. Am I gonna be able to get back? Yes. Well, okay. What was the point of going around then if they just let you go straight through? That's so weird. Alright. I'm gonna go back again. Because I'm going to save, just in case, because you never know. But that's so weird. They, like, if I just hit enter there, I would have skipped a ton of combat. Why would they give you that option? Like, I'm like, is it just like, okay, you can go forward faster, but you're going to miss out on a bunch of XP? I don't know. I guess this is this game's version of dungeon crawling, I guess. It's like, well, you can go around this way and get and fight a bunch of enemies, or you can just go straight forward. Ferroelectric film. I imagine that all of these like crafting things are gonna okay. So I just jumped off the ledge and I was about to say like, oh, that's interesting, you can drop down behind these guys. And then they immediately saw me. So it's just like, no. No, it's not. That's not what's gonna happen actually. Yeah, it is. I was thinking about that earlier too. It is kind of weird that like they gave us hope. They gave us like more than 3 party members, and like you can clearly see them like in the menu. So like I can keep leveling Hope up, but I can't use Hope yet. So I don't know. I mean, like, I get the feeling that Hope doesn't really want to fight right now, but, like, at the same time, like, yeah, man, like, come on, bro, pull your weight.
You gotta stop worrying, Saz. We outran him.
Yeah, I can't use them.
We'll be okay.
No, I can't, like, unless I'm missing something. I don't think I can swap party members. Yeah, I can't, like, yeah, I think they would have told me. Like, I just can't use them. Like, not yet. Someone mentioned last time that they're not going to let me, like, manually move my party members for a really long time, so... Hope's just going to be with us, and then eventually I'm sure he'll get some character development. And then we'll be like, ah, I love Hope. Hopefully, that'll be what happens. We're about to get a boss fight. This feels like a boss arena. Alright, send in the Heartless. Let's go. Lightning in her little, like, one shoulder Capulet. Capelet. Capulet was from Romeo and Juliet. Capelet. Oh, hi. Oh, hello. Hi. Thing. You are a creature. Yeah, you need a tutorial? No. Okay, they're like, yep, nope. The Garuda Interceptor. Okay. They're like, okay, no more tutorials. You gotta figure this out. What's this thing weak to? It is weak to aereo. It is immune to ground. So we need people to use aereo skills. Vanille and Saz can do that. But oh, lightning just jumps in the air, that's cool. But they both gotta be like in Ravager to do that. Let's use a potion, why don't we?
Just stay out of my way.
While they were shifting, they all just got smacked. There we go. There we go. Yeah, there we go, team. We sexy. Yeah, we sexy. We good. Alright, hell yeah. Oh, it has a mouth butt.
Charging up.
Okay.
What are you talking about? Charging for what?
It's last moments.
It's last moment. Okay, lightning. Alright, it's still weak to... It's got a barrier now. Can we break through the barrier? Maybe. I don't know. I can only attack one thing right now, so... I bet we just have to... We're still building up the stagger gauge is the thing. So... Oh shit. Oh, that's bad. Whatever that is, that's so bad. Yep, that hurt a lot. We lost all of our stagger because I swapped there. I should have just used a potion instead of swapping. I'm guessing if I can get if I can stagger it, I can break through this barrier. But when it does that, it hurts. So when that happens, I need to use a potion. No, stagger's gone. Okay, so no, okay, it's not gone, but it was close. Come on, guys, come on, stagger the mofo. There we go. All right, cool. Yeah, we definitely broke through the barrier. All right, fuck him up. Jeez. What a sound. You're fine. Get up. Y'all good. You're fine. Oh, he's doing the barrier. Damn it. Alright, so we gotta build up again. Alright, that's fine. We're fine. We'll just do it again. We did it once, we can do it again. It's no big deal. Weak to arrow. The stagger gauge is building really slowly. I wonder if there's a better way to do this.
Stay sharp.
Let's try this a little differently. Oh, because like I see. Commando lets it build faster. I should have been using commando. I think commando lets it build faster. Maybe I'm wrong. Build attacks easily, more easily with enhanced strength. Build chain attacks. Charge enemy chain gauges with concentrated attacks. I feel like Ravager would do better then. This is taking a while. I mean, we're getting there. It's just taking a long time. That time the Hellbolt only hit one person. Okay, there we go. Alright, finish him off. You got no stars out of that, because it took forever. Synergist roles now available to Saz. The Saboteur rules now available for Neil. Okay, cool. We can make some new paradigms, get some new abilities.
Check it out.
Come on, hop to it. Let's go.
Bird. Is the bird gonna join our party? Some kind of slingshot ship.
This'll make things easier.
Yeah, knowing our luck, it's probably missing an engine.
You shouldn't be so negative.
And you shouldn't get your hopes up.
Think that bird's gonna join our party. The music is very good, and this game is also very pretty. There's a lot of presentation, like, there's a lot of really good presentation going on with this game. It's just that the combat so far has been kind of mindless. Like I see little hints of like some more to it is the thing, and Snow's getting at it. Still, now it's not making any progress here. Like, I don't know. I don't hate it. I don't hate it. Like, I know that, like, people rage against this game and everything like that. I do see this kind of legitimate criticism of how the combat's a little boring. But I also see that it could get better. Like, I see, like I don't know. I see just bits of it creaking, getting through the cracks.
You gonna lend me a hand or what?
Are we gonna play as Snow now? Alright, Snow. Grab your girlfriend. Wield your girlfriend as a weapon.
Let me help.
Oh, that's a lot of guys. That's a lot of boys. Yep, we're fighting. Oh, I don't have hand grenade. It's probably because of a... Oh, I see. That's why. Interesting. Commando's doing way more work, though. I should heal. So is this game... Is this game kind of split between snow and lightning, I wonder? Because it kind of feels like it is. Like, we've basically been split. Like, we keep like jumping between snow and lightning for who we're playing as most of the time. Are you pulling out a summon? Are we getting a summon? Hello. Is that a motorcycle? Oh, is Shiva a motorcycle in this game? Oh god. Is it gonna happen? Is she gonna do it? Oh wait, no. That was someone else. Hello. Wait, why are we... No, Snow, why are we fighting this person? Eidolon battle. This tutorial explains how to fight mighty beings known as Eidolons. Defeated in combat, their powers will be yours to command. Be warned, attacking alone will not overcome them. Start battle against the time imposed on you via a doom counter. As you demonstrate your power to the Eidolon, its gestalt gauge will slowly fill. Attack them until the gauge is full, and then press X to claim victory. Attacks are not the only way to recharge the gauge. Okay. So, I guess I have until the... I have until that timer runs out and then I automatically die. I'm not so sure about this now. Nix. Like, I don't think I'm supposed to win this fight. Because, like, the meter is not going anywhere. And, oh, but she's curing me. Interesting. It's not Shiva. We all got excited because she thought she was going to step on us, but... Alright, maybe using ice on the ice person is not a good idea. I'm really curious if they're actually expecting me to win this one. I mean, I got the meter up a little bit. Are you telling me that's not why we all got excited? Oh, this is the fight you're thinking. Cool. So, that means I have to win this fight. Cool. Ah, shit. Okay. What's she weak to? Nothing. I don't think I'm gonna win this fight. Like they keep healing me. Like I'm not gonna die the normal way, but I'm not getting anywhere. Might as well see what Sentinel has to offer. Oh, Sentinel is just Steel Guard. That's like a... That's not gonna do anything. I'm just hanging out. No, that's not gonna work. Alright, well, we're gonna die. Yep, there we go. And we're gonna give this another go. Are they gonna let me restart right back there, or is it gonna... Says there's other ways to raise the meter, so I have to figure out. There's some mechanics or something I'm not figuring out that I gotta do. Oh, neat. Okay, so what do we even have? Reduce damage to nearby allies, deal physical damage to target, non-elemental damage to target, ice damage, probably not the one we want. Frost strike, probably not the one we want. Provoke, doesn't make... Steel guard, defend, boosting physical and magic resistance each time you're attacked. So, if it boosts... Okay, so maybe that's... So if it boosts our physical and magic resistance each time we're attacked, maybe we have to start in Steel Guard, let them wail on us for a little bit, and then attack back. Like start in Sentinel, let it build up some do like a bide, like a Pokemon bide thing, and then swap to Commando and do more damage. Maybe that's what we gotta do. Let's give that a shot. Oh, I gotta do this part again, though. Okay, so I gotta kill all these guys first. Okay. Does that make me stronger? Can't really tell. Can't really tell if that actually did anything. Shit. God. It's annoying not having a healer. These guys are gonna kill me. I don't remember having this much trouble the first time. Like, okay, so I don't need to fight. I don't need to blow my potions on these guys because I don't have to win that fight. So, okay, idle in battle. I'm gonna read the tutorial one more time just in case. Do the tutorial. Use the Libra. The hint at which additional abilities can be used. Defensive rolls are... Okay, I totally overlooked this. The defensive rolls are effective against the Shiva sisters. Also, they are Shiva. So, if I had just read that... we would have been okay. But I didn't. No, not provoke. Alright, come on. Okay, so that built the meter a lot. So maybe I just... Maybe I just don't even bother. Like, maybe I just stick in Sentinel the whole time. Okay. Like, what happens if I just... Yeah, but it's not really building up then. I think I need to swap whenever they do like the 18... Yeah, when they do this. When they do this, I need to swap. Alright. It's a little bit better. Or do I just need to... I think I need to, when they do the charge, I think that's when I need to swap. But I'm still, I don't know, I'm still have a long way to go here. Okay.
Come on then.
Okay, so that built it a lot. Nice. Alright, so I don't think I'm going to win this one either. Like, unless I can build up a lot more. I don't know. Maybe. I might be able to pull it off. Welcome back. We found out that they are these are they're the Shiva sisters. We overlooked that before. I'm still not doing enough. Oh wait, X. There we go. Gestalt mode. I have to hit the button. So they gotta do the thing. Oh, okay. Snow gets a motorcycle. Nice. That is incredible. Look, man, what can I say? Ladies love me, alright? They turn into vehicles. Something about ice women just are attracted to snow.
For taking him down, but don't gloat just yet. Might come a time you wish you'd let him end it and made things easy.
Hello. Ladies love me. Motorcycles love me. Motorcycle ladies especially love me.
So let's see. Take him. You want to keep breathing? Shut up and come quiet.
Her tattoo has a penis on it. I'm not gonna unsee it. You can see the shape on her arm. It's kind of, it looks kind of like a dick. Sorry, I'm not trying to hurt my first impression with this character. Look at it. Look at it. Next time she's on screen, look at the tattoo.
Stand down.
The one on her left arm. Look at the bottom. Wait till she shows it again. Come on.
Why are you helping them?
If I were you, I'd worry about myself.
I will be looking respectfully. The black one, like this part, this part, like right here, like the like imprint kind of looks like a penis.
Did we get him?
We got one of them.
They're still behind us. Stop that.
All right, one of you has to take control of the reins here.
You wanna die?
How are you gonna lose them? You got me, kid.
Then let me.
No, thank you.
Saz is like, nope. Oh, are we gonna see the overworld? We gonna see the beautiful, beautiful overworld with our many particle effects?
They're still on us?
I mean, yeah, guys. They didn't just go away because of the world. You went into the beautiful world.
We're taking hits. Come on, give me a break. Hang on.
Nice. Okay, this is the beautiful overworld.
For the love of all that's good.
Next, an update on the status of the purge.
Oh, let's just watch the news.
Moments ago, the Sanctum announced the successful conclusion of the purge, along with the safe arrival of the cocoon migrants to their new homes on Pulse.
You're saying the church is lying?
The enormity of the strain the purge placed on us all. But given the tens of millions of lives at stake, there truly was no alternative.
Primarch Daisley stood by the move, stressing the necessity of the relocation. When asked about the possibility of future purges, the Primarch remained non-committal, stating only that he would seek counsel with the Fal'Cie Eden and weigh all options before making a decision.
Yeah, that's right. If it makes the Sanctum look bad, it never even happened.
In all the centuries since the war,
It'd be funny if they were like all started like they're watching the news and then Vanille just puts on cartoons instead.
that we maintain this peace
She's like, what?
as the Sanctum
I haven't caught up on all of my Castlevania yet.
continue employing every resource available to combat these threats to the harmony of our society.
Meaning, we'll be running for the rest of our lives.
Hey,
Mm-hmm.
who is this guy?
I mean, what do they teach kids these days? He's Gallant Daisley, the Sanctum Primarch. Murderer-in-chief.
According to our Insta
Just
poll,
another
nearly
tool
90%
of
of
foul
Cocoon
seed.
citizens agree with the safest handling of the purge. 70% of respondents said they would also
All right, so I'm still a little confused. The fal'Cie, the pulse fal'Cie are the ones that the fal'Cie hates, and the fal'Cie are the church. Is that what I'm getting? Like, we're l'Cie. There's a lot of C's being thrown around here.
A Sanctum Fallacy up close and personal. Cocoon's own light in the sky. Here we go again.
Fly in. We'll lose him in there.
I like this fallacy.
There's more of them.
Oh, this fal'Cie we like. So again, are we gonna get on the point that like it's gonna turn out that the fal'Cie, the pulse fal'Cie, were actually good all along? I'm sure it's gonna. It's not really a twist. I'm sure it's like it's gonna be. Oh boy. Maybe I should just read the data log.
Hey,
Oh. Lightning shall do battle on her own.
Hey, wake up! You gotta wake up!
Or somebody can come help.
Look!
Hey, slow down.
Ready!
Gotta keep you kids safe, right?
Glad that's over.
Her gunblade is like a butterfly knife, and it's really cool.
Man, I'm beat. What? No break?
they're tracking us.
I know that. I know that, but we aren't soldiers. We don't have your kind of stamina.
You got enough to complain.
Oh, that's... Forget it!
I thought he said fuck it for a second. My brain just replaced forget it with fuck it.
I think,
I'd stick with her if I were you.
later then.
Are we splitting up the party again? Okay.
Come on, let's get going.
Get going to where, exactly? The whole of Cocoon's against us. No matter how far we run, there's no escape. That Seath clock, it's still a ticket.
There's still time. You give up too easy, old man.
I'm not giving up. There's some things that you just can't change. A kid like you would not understand.
Yeah, I'm a kid. I don't understand.
That's what I'm talking about.
I guess we can be friends.
Yeah, I know. That's exactly what I just said.
You ready?
Ready!
Hey.
Instrument of flight. Oh, I'm playing as Saz now. Okay, interesting. They really love. He kind of runs. He has a kind of a funny run. They really love splitting up the. They love splitting up the teams in this game. Characters can now develop 4 of their. All right, synergist. Faith, bravery, strength, HP. I'm guessing synergist is like a buffer of some sort. Medic, saboteur. What does saboteur do though? Okay, so saboteur looks like a debuffer. Interesting. It's like a paradigm. Dual casting, tide turner. Yeah, that's basically it. Okay. So what kind of ability is bravery? Raises target strength, target magic. Alright. Interesting. I wonder if I should start. I wonder if I should start. I think I should start, yeah. I think I should start as Tide Turner. Start the fight, buff, debuff, and then swap to Ravagers and just tear them apart. That seems like a good strategy, right? Lurk. Don't let us distract you from your game.
But at least it's not the end of the line.
Oh, so you do all that. Oh, we're getting a flashback. Okay. Is this the same place? Wait, oh yeah, this is the same place that Snow and Sarah had their sweet little moment. Was everyone just here? Is it we're gonna slowly get like flashbacks of everybody just being at this part? It's gonna be like in Fate, everybody was watching Shiro high jump over that one pole and they all fell in love with him. West Side. Day 11, the seaside city of Bodom. They said that like Bodom was where, like I think they said like the purge was being done. So, oh hey, Lightning's here too. Oh yeah, failing. He didn't jump over it. He didn't jump over it. It was. But you just tried.
Wishing on fireworks, were you? And you call yourself a soldier?
Hey, fuck you, buddy.
Sorry, Lieutenant. But I really don't think guard duty is my calling, sir.
Well, lucky for you, your shift just ended. Back it up and go home.
But, sir,
SciComm found something in the vestige nearby. They don't want the Guardian Corps here stepping on their toes. I'm sure you heard about the accident at the Uriday Gorge energy plant.
Yeah, totally. I did hear about that. I mean, that guy is practicing good trigger discipline. He had his finger on the side of the gun instead of on the trigger.
You're taking tomorrow off?
sir, for my birthday, sir. My sister, she insisted on it.
21, huh?
She's only 21.
It's a good time to send off that letter of recommendation for officers.
I mean, like, whatever, video game age. It is just funny as I get older, like, the more and more I see characters who are just like, sir, I'm only 17 and I'm the strongest soldier in the entire army. And it's like, fuck off. No, you're not. Lightning can legally drink now.
How right you were, Lieutenant. just you.
For now, I guess. Should we wait?
They'll catch up
Stretch.
eventually.
Hope has access to Synergist. He can play a supporting role. Can use Protect Spell. I actually kind of figured that out. So he has access to Ravager, Synergist, and Medic. Guess I should give him a little bit of Ravager too, as a treat. Well, it was just all I could give him. I could only give him just a little bit. Fault Siphon. What does that do? I don't know. Slightly charge ATB on attacked target with status ailments. Okay. Interesting. Well, maybe it'll come back to you. Slash and burn. Super Soldier. I do like that all the different paradigms have like actual have little nicknames. Wait, did she? I missed that. Did he jump over with her, or did she like grab him and jump over? It kind of looked like she grabbed him and jumped over, which would have been cute. This thing's weak to. This thing's weak to lightning. Yeah, I bet you are. Aren't we all? I keep calling it lightning. I mean, it's thunder in this game, but whatever. Don't be sorry. It's okay. You're only speaking the truth. She is cute. It's true. She's very pretty. Everyone in this game is very, very pretty. I cannot deny this. I will not deny this. Where is the lie? The lie is not... The lie is not here. These things are like... I think they're weak to lightning. Haha, again. It's strange that they're weak. It says they're weak to like electricity, but they're using electric abilities. I do like the music in this game so far. Like I said, like the presentation of this game is really good. Like the music's really good, the graphics and everything is beautiful. Like it is a very beautiful game. But again, just what I've played so far, I am seeing some of the criticisms that come through about it. One of us only speaks in truth about lightning. One of them only speaks in lies about lightning. In order to find out exactly how hot lightning is, you have to ask the correct question to one of us. Spoiler. You can't really get this wrong.
Stay sharp.
I haven't even checked like what spells like Hope has outside of like his synergist stuffs.
Just stay out of my way.
Lightning, you're gonna come around. You're gonna like this kid. I guarantee it. Damn. Damn, he is... That stagger is not staying up. Well, what a shame. Like, I don't know, like, it just, for the most part, we're kind of just going down, like, a straightaway. And that's just, I don't know, that's just all we're doing. Like, that's just kind of how it's been so far. Like, you run forward, you attack some enemies, you run forward, you just attack some more enemies, occasionally get a cutscene. This thing is beefy.
Just stay out of my way.
Beefy beef. Beefy robot. With the one arm. Like, I know I was talking about how, like, it really feels like there's cracks of the JRPG kind of coming through, but it's also like, I don't know, I'm still just kind of like wailing on auto battle for every single encounter. Like, in the boss fights, for the most part, have just been find a way to increase the stagger gauge, and then just unload on them as much as you can. And like Final Fantasy VII had that concept working too for like most of its battle. Excuse me. Had most of its like fights, and like at least in the remake anyway. It wasn't like that in the original game, but like that game still felt more. Still felt way more like proactive in what you were doing. So I don't know. Who is to say?
Dead end. Guess we have to go back.
I don't know about that, Hope.
Huh?
Don't give up so easily, little boy. We shall find our way.
Can we get through this way, you think? You know where you're going, right?
I've been here on missions before.
Missions. Nothing to do with the purge, though.
The Purge is SciComm's baby. Our military is
And you're gonna be my baby.
The public
I don't know if I agree to that. No, you are baby. Get over it.
I was Guardian Corps, Photom Security Regiment.
Wait, but I don't get it. If you're not SciComm, then why did you board the train?
For Sarah.
Welcome back. Day 13.
Join the end of the line. Attention Purge Deport team. Follow instructions and stay in your lines. Personal belongings will be returned upon arrival.
Whoa. Uh-oh. Don't do it. Oh. Wow. Great. Okay. Someone said some of the wallow someone's like warning, those are warning shots, right?
What's the GC do here? This op's under SciComm direction.
So direct me. Let me on. I want to be purged.
Only civs get purged. Sanctum staff and soldiers are exempt.
Then I quit.
Line up.
It's like, all right, fine, whatever. I don't get paid enough for this.
Excuse me. Hey, lady. What gives?
I volunteered.
Okay, so they did meet before.
Really? You don't look ready to go quiet into that good night.
You want quiet? You better take the next train.
Well, now I really want to see what you're up to.
I had to rescue Sarah before they transported the vestige to Pulse and out of my reach. My only chance to save her was to join the Purge.
I can hear some Liara in there. I know we already established that it's the same voice actress, but that line especially, I could hear some Liara.
Save your sister? That's crazy. I could never do something like that.
It's not a question of can or can't. There are some things in life you just do.
Easy for someone like you to say. Lightning!
How do you think she got to that point, buddy? Like, she wasn't always a badass. She had to work at it.
She left me.
One, two, three. We go.
What are you up to? Hey!
Don't lose your chocobo.
Wait up! Can't keep up with this girl.
Saz has gained access to Synergist. Yeah, we already... Okay, so he can... It's just telling you different abilities that he has. Okay, so now we're gonna third party some enemies. Neat. More data log. I should probably be reading the data log, because as we've established, there's a lot of stuff in there, but... Can I get better weapons? No. These are just the same weapons I already have. Right? Like, they haven't really been giving me anything to, like... Anytime I go to these shops, they just have, like... They just have all the stuff I've already been collecting. Like... I don't think... I haven't got a new weapon in a while. So I was gonna have Paradigm... Yeah, I'm gonna have start with Tide Turner. So we can buff and debuff at the start of the fight. And then we go blammo.
Let's get this over with.
Alright, now...
You got this, Vanille.
Aw. Saz is actually like... Saz is actually like supporting Vanille. Anyway, sorry about that. Well, thank you. Welcome back.
Never seen a rig like this before.
So we're now split between essentially 3 different parties. We've got Lightning and Hope, we've got Saz and Vanille, and we've got Snow and his bike, which is made up of 2 cool ice ladies. Oh, hey, Ed. Welcome. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the show. No, we're gonna focus on these pulse work guys. They're a real piece of. They're really mean. Wanna weaken them down. They are weak to lightning or thunder, but we do not have any thunder. We just have this. Looks like the buffs wore off.
Follow the old man's lead.
They keeps calling Saz an old man, but like, I'm willing to bet it's gonna be like, it's gonna be a situation where I don't know. It's gonna be like this. It's anime age, so it's gonna be like, it's like, I'm just an old man. I'm 30 years old. It's just like, oh, cool.
Leave it to me.
Oh wait, that's not what I do. I want to switch back to.
Bullseye.
You are to behave, young man.
Did you see that coming?
I'm 16. I'm a grandmother. Okay, so see, they actually I like their dynamic. They actually get along. They're actually encouraging each other in battle. It's really adorable.
Bird treats everything from Pulse as evil, doesn't it?
Like, I can't actually open that right now because these guys are by. You know, that's pretty cool, Saz, but you know, the trick shots, you don't gotta do that. You can just fire the gun like a normal person. Runs like he's got somewhere to be. He does, doesn't he? I should probably make a paradigm for Ravager and Saboteur, so that I can. I should have been picking these guys off.
Thanks, Vanille.
Aw, I love them. You know what? Like, let's just shelve the lightning and the snow plots. Let's just see what Saz and Vanille are gonna get up to. Well, Saz is dead. Cool. Okay.
Finally run out.
Oh, so great. So if Saz dies, we just if the player control character dies, we just lose. Cool. Awesome. Okay. So we need to take care of those electro guys because they hit like trucks. Okay, it just restarts me right here. That's fine. Okay, so we're gonna this time we're gonna keep a better eye on that. This time we're gonna keep a better eye on that, and we're gonna because we want to. If Saz goes down, we just lose. Okay, this time. Do I want to wear the soldier down for some more though? He's at half health. I can probably handle that. Nah, let's deal with the drones. Because I can deal with a couple of the drones. Because like if what happened last time was that like we killed the dude. And then, because these guys are all on the same side, they came after me, and they just all ganged up on Sess. So we're just gonna kill these things. Okay, cool. And now we can deal with the soldier. Yeah, we don't have Saboteur set to Ravager, so where we could just like have Vanille keep debuffing while we keep attacking. So We should do that. Keep it together, Pops. They're cute. I like them. Like I said, let's just follow their story instead. Forget Snow and his love story. Forget Lightning and her revenge story. Saz and Vanille just out on an adventure. That's what this game should be. Don't forget the chest. I got a black belt. What do I do with that? Black belt. Increases physical resistance by 10%. That's not bad. Maybe go with that on Saz for the time being, just because he seems a little squishy. So far, out of all my teams, he has been the one who dies. Okay, so let's make a Ravager and a Saboteur. And let's make a Synergist and a I mean, I might as well just make all of them, right? So what was the last one? It's gonna be Synergist and Medic. Yeah, sure, why not? I can keep up with that. I can keep up with 6 different combinations. It's not a big deal.
This should do it. Huh?
Saz and Vanille's adventure of where they run around and press buttons and things just sort of happen. Okay, so this is again one of those deals where we... Oh, there's 2. Okay, so this time we're going to want to actually help the dogs, I think. I mean, that seems like a... That seems kind of like a... whatchamacallit, ad. That seems like a pretty common thing with this series. Is that it was very hit or miss for a lot of people.
We got this, Vanille.
Alright. These things... I want to try and work some of these soldiers down.
Follow the old man's lead.
I want Vanille to de-shell this... Okay, cool. So we're gonna debuff him. Yeah, okay, yeah. That works great. So I can keep attacking him when... Because, like, it seems like the debuffs go away way faster than the buffs do. Okay. How are we looking? Let's stick with this fella. Or maybe they don't go away that quickly. Maybe I'm just not noticing because she's just attacking a different target. Way to go, Zaz. Okay, now we gotta finish this guy off. I love her little, like, oh yeah, nice, we got 5 stars out of that. I love her little, like, yo-yo. Her little yo-yo staff thing. It's so good. So it looks like sometimes it just looks like we just hit a point where they won't let us advance it much further. Like you probably have to hit like a milestone or something, like something happens in the story, and then it lets you go further. That seems to be kind of like the barrier that they're giving me a lot here, is that you just gotta play more of the game. You just gotta play more of the game to get more of the stuff. Who'd have thunk such a thing? Oh, hey, we caught up. What's up, Hope? Did Lightning leave you here? She went to go do hot girl shit.
Where's Grumpy?
You looking at him? I haven't smiled since my mother died. So like an hour ago? Yeah.
This is pointless. Can't keep up. Can't get home. It's over for me.
It's not over. We'll get you home.
I don't have one. Not at Mom.
What about your dad?
Now we're gonna get a flashback from Hope. Hope was also there. Everybody. Okay, I guess it makes sense. It makes sense that everyone was there because this was like they were getting like when the purge happened, they were leaving there. Like I gotta stop being like, oh, what a coincidence, they're all there. Like, no, it makes sense they were there. It makes sense. Now we're gonna get character development for Hope's mom.
Mom, you still believe in that kind of stuff? Wishing on fireworks? Really? That's for little kids.
It's for babies like you.
What are you calling kid? To you? What'd you wish for?
That next year, your father could go with us.
Why? It's better like this. We don't need him. That night, they found the Fal'Cie in the boat in Vestige. The next day, soldiers sealed off the town, and we couldn't get back to Palanpur. They forced us onto the train with everyone else. My mom, she was frantic. She wanted to get us home, so she tried to fight. She got tricked by Snow. He used her.
Let's get you home, okay?
Vanille's like,
God, sorry.
okay, like, we're just gonna put a pin in that.
He doesn't.
You're traumatized.
The father cares.
Sass?
It's nothing. Forget it.
Come with me, okay?
This ought to do it. We've got time. Get you back home. Your dad will be happy to see you.
Saz is giving off some dad feels. Oh, you just jump. Okay, so we can all just do this. Vanille's just like, listen, just don't be sad. Just don't think about being sad. That's what I do. I just bottle everything up. I don't have problems with that at all. Oh, I didn't set up a... Damn. I didn't set up a paradigm for these guys. We're just gonna buff everybody. Everyone gets a buff. You get a buff. You get a buff. And yeah, I don't have yeah, I don't have like a full Ravager team set up or anything. These things are weak to thunder, but unfortunately, our main thunder user is not currently with the party. So there isn't a whole lot we can do in that regard. Like these things are just kind of a. These things don't like hit that hard. They're just really, they're just really tanky. You joke, but yes, she is actually. As luck would have it, our main thunder user is Lightning. They've established that Lightning isn't even her real name, so I'm very curious as to see like. I'm very curious to see as how she got that name and why. Is there something I could be doing to make this fight go faster? I feel like there's gotta be something I could do to make this fight go faster. How's this thing feel about wind? Has a pretty normal attitude towards wind. Yeah, I gotta. Yeah, the game does not like the. I don't know. There must be a better way to kill those things. Oh hey, I think it's a new weapon. Finally got a new weapon for Hope. And it sucks. It gives him more HP. That's it. No, it doesn't. It's not even better. What the heck? Boosts physical and magic distance. The wind is still a vivid design, balance, and performance mind. This boon deliberately avoids the extreme characteristics of competitor models. So. Why'd they give me a new boomerang? It's not better. Like, what am I missing? There's gotta be. What am I missing? I'm missing something. Something I'm not understanding. What am I missing? This is the one they just gave me. Passive ability. Increases HP by 50. Increases like it's not a better boomerang. What the fuck? You're making me make noises, game. You're making me make noises because you're being confusing. Oh, Hope's got new. Oh. Alright. Try disaster is fine. Superiority. Thaumaturgy. The Thumpmancer. The Thumpmancer class. That's fine because it's like that's a we can heal but you keep attacking. Variety. Let's get a Ravager, Medic, and did I already have this one? Ravager with Ravager. Oh no, there we go. Interesting. Okay. I guess we're fighting. Well, not just yet. Okay, now we're fighting. Or I could just do that. I could just be like, no, I don't want to fight that thing. What are you? What are you? Hello. You're a incubus. Oh, You know, I was about to like I was about to make a joke about Incubus the band, and then I realized for some reason, despite the fact that I've heard plenty of their songs, I can't name any of them. I don't know why. Like, I think I'm confusing them with the songs that are coming to my head. I think I'm confusing with Jimmy Eat World. Huh. What are some Incubus songs? I know they did some music for Halo 2, surprisingly enough. That's for some reason I think of that. But what's some Incubus songs?
Warship from Pulse.
You mean they made it this far?
Of course not. Not during the war, not since. They might have tried, but none of their forces made it into Cocoon. They only damaged the outer rim. Then the Sanctum's Fal'Cie pushed them back. What'd you, sleep through history?
More or less. So,
I'm actually an ancient god. That's why I speak with such whimsy of all you mortal beings.
Places like the Hanging Edge, to the Fal'Cie. They gathered up scrap from Pulse and used it for rebuilding here. This is what was left. A bunch of garbage.
Who'd have thunk? A Pulse Fal'Cie and who knows what mixed in with all the trash.
who'd have thunk?
Vanille? Is there something you would like to share with the class, Vanille?
I'm gonna go peek ahead.
Do me a favor. Stop wandering off and stay where I can keep my eye on.
More of these things. Oh, geez, they book it. Okay. They have like a little dance. Alright, thanks. Thank you for coming by.
Bobbing and weaving.
At least these things are not like as tanky as the robot enemies we've been fighting. I shouldn't be running from these guys. I should fight them. I just hate these things. They're so... there's two of them. Cool. I'm gonna have to keep that in mind.
Time to pull the old switcheroo.
Alright, we're all buffed up.
Bobbing and weaving.
There we go. Everybody's weapons are like really foldy. Look at the end of each, oh, the fights of everybody, they're all like, yeah, clink. Metal armband.
Come to Papa. Changing gears.
I need to set it so that we start in a superiority instead of having to swap to it, because I'm losing a lot of good time. No.
Changing the play.
I will say the moment when like people swap to a new paradigm is really neat. It's really cool. I keep going back to like the presentation of this game is really good. It's just some of the actual fine mechanics of it are kind of where it falls apart a little bit. These things dance like me after I stub my toe. I mean, yeah. Me, it's more of I do that. I don't really dance around. I just kind of hit it, stand there for a little while, stew it in, and then swear. Oh, we're fighting all of them. Okay. I, once again, forgot to set this as my default, so I have to swap to it. Hey, Bacon! Heal Vanille, please. Hope.
Time to pull the old switcheroo.
Hey, that's a succubus. Oh, interesting. So there's the incubus and there's the succubus. The succubus is the incubus is the attacker and the succubus is like a debuffer or like a buffer. It looks like a buffer and a debuffer because Vanille's got huh, interesting. Okay, so like this whole area is just kind of introducing in heal Vanille. This whole area is basically just teaching us about how there's gonna be stat buffing and debuffing, huh? Excuse me. How's 13 so far? Very mixed opinions on it, if I'm being honest. I am enjoying the characters, and I want to see where the story goes and what happens to the characters, but the gameplay has been a little monotonous so far. Like, I guess the main thing I'm worried about with this isn't even like it being monotonous. I'm worried it's boring to watch. Like, I'm worried that JRPGs are not a great streaming. The music is very good. I'm worried that JRPGs are not like a good streaming platform. Because it's a whole lot of me sitting in the chair hitting one button. It definitely is some like controlled chaos happening on screen. So I don't know. I guess that's a big thing that's worrying me about wanting to continue it or not, is because I don't want it. I worry that it is a boring game to watch. I don't want to fight two of these things. I don't want to fight these things. They take forever to kill. They're not fun to fight. Final Fantasy VII Remake was a lot more of an action game, though. Like, I understand what you're saying, but like, I feel like that game has a little bit more of a dynamic nature to it. It's a little bit less like menu management and things like that. Oh, hey, Lightning.
Hey, welcome to the party.
You miss us?
No, I did not.
Kill her to smile.
Well, battle team has now changed.
Time to move.
Oh, we're not even playing as Lightning. Can I change the leader? No. Huh. Check that out. B protect resistance. Actually, P spark ring. She totally missed them. Relentless assault. So try disaster. Bully. The name of Synergist Commando and Saboteur is just the name of that is Bully. It's funny. Lightning doesn't have more than 2 rolls right now. Lightning Returns is the name of the 3rd game. It is. Alright, we got lightning back, so these things, we might be able to do some more damage. I mean, they are. I would totally agree with such things. My earliest experience memory, my early memory of 13 was I knew a guy, some guy I knew in college. I remember played like 30 minutes of it in front of me. And I thought it looked really cool. I thought it was like really pretty and really cool, really nice. And then I remember later, he was like, I was on Facebook or something like that, and he made a status saying, "Man, I want to play more Final Fantasy XI." And I was like, because I remember I wanted to see play more 13. I'm like, hey, man, play some more 13 instead. And one of his friends came in and said, "Hey, eat a dick instead." And I've never forgotten that. That was the first time I experienced someone who really, really hated 13, and I did not know why. Because I hadn't played it. I'd only watched like 30 minutes of it. It was so fucking bizarre. It's one of those things, for some reason that story made me think of that story made me think of, like, I've really weaned myself away from like when someone says like, I like X, I like this. I've really got rid of the point to like, just let people like things. Don't be like, no, it's actually terrible, here's why. Imagine liking Final Fantasy XIII. It's like, shut the fuck up. just shut the fuck up. I feel like I'm rambling a little bit here. I think the point I'm trying to get is that, I think what I'm trying to get at here is that, like, just let people like things. Like, just... It's that meme where it's like, this is Jimmy. Jimmy sees somebody posting about video games on the internet that he doesn't like. But regardless of that, he just leaves them be. Good on you, Jimmy. No, it's... Yeah, I'm like, you're allowed to dislike things too. Like, you're well within your right to do that in the same way that people are allowed to like things. Nobody's saying you can't. It's just one of those things that, like, if somebody, I don't know, is expressing joy for something, if somebody's expressing joy for something, if they're expressing how they like this thing, and the thing that they like isn't, I don't know, like, harmful, if it's a fucking video game, maybe just let him be. Maybe just don't come in with your hot take about how Final Fantasy XIII was the worst game in the series.
Nothing to it.
I have still not finished. I still haven't finished. That really sucks. I don't want to overshadow that. I'm really sorry, Ed. I have not finished the Aragon series. I have the 4th book sitting behind me on the shelf right now, and I haven't finished it. I bought it, like, I remember when it first came out, I went with a friend to go buy it. I bought it, like, at a Barnes & Noble, and neither of us finished it. I have remained unspoiled for it. I've remained unspoiled for it all these years. That's not an invitation, by the way. This is in case anyone gets special. Anyway, gets any special ideas. But like, I don't know. I've never finished it. I remember really being into that series too. Like, I think I started reading it in middle school, and I really liked it. I got way into it, and I got really excited for like the 3rd and 4th book. My favorite thing about the Aragon series is that the first 2 books are basically just Star Wars, and I don't think that's a bad thing. Like, I'm not like shitting on it because of that. I just think it's fun to like look at it and say like, this is clearly Star Wars, and Star Wars is not an original story either. Like, so like let's be real with that. But it is just kind of, I don't know, it's just one of those things. It's like, yeah, I can see all the parallels here. Like, I can see what you're clearly inspired by, and that's fine. I think he also wrote the first book when he was like 16 or something. Interesting. I gotta go and I gotta finish it at some point. I gotta sit down, and it's literally sitting behind me. I gotta sit down and just read it. Maybe that'll be the next thing I read.
Just need to get through here.
So, these things are dying a lot faster now that Lightning's with us. And I don't know if that's because she's zapping them or just because she's really cool. I think it's because she's really cool. Bothered me until I do. Okay. I wonder how far I was. I'm gonna look away from the screen and hopefully no one will die. But I'm gonna put someone on medic on the team. It's back there. And Saz is dead. I was like, I'm gonna look away from the screen and hope nobody dies. I looked away from the screen and I died. Oh, I'm great. I'm really good at video games. I'm so good. Look at me. Look at how good I am. Let's try this again. I'm glad it puts me right back at this fight. I want to fight these things. I want to kill these things.
Yes, running's out of the question.
And they're just wailing on Vanille. And she's dead. Cool. Do I need to use a Phoenix down? Sure, why not? I got a couple. Jeez, what is going on? Why is this fight suddenly so hard? What the fuck? Wow. Okay. I don't know if it's those things that are just completely overwhelming me, or like if the guy in the back is just debuffing us or something. We are going to... we are going to... What are we going to do?
Let's get this over with.
I wanna like, I'm gonna try and just like destroy this thing as quickly as possible. Maybe that'll help. I don't know. Okay. Saz has tried shooting them. The problem is that in Final Fantasy, guns are bad. For the most part, they're not as good as you would think they are. All right, I think it was that thing that was completely fucking us up, though. Like, for his B special, he uses a gun. Jesus Christ. Yeah, I think we had to kill that. We had to kill that other one. No, his guns don't work properly unless his guns don't work properly unless he's using. Actually, no, I want to try disaster. His guns don't work properly unless he is doing trick shots. Jeez, that fight was kind of tough, but we got through. Look, if that's how it works for Dante, that's how it works for us, okay? I'm running, Lightning. I'm going as fast as I can. Okay, I think that's gonna be where I stop fighting, but I'm not gonna before I just completely log off here. I wanna get this book. I wanna get this book that I died for. Hold on. Okay. I actually realized I've had this. I was bookmarking it with the dirt cover. I've actually had this. I've had this marked. I've had this marked for literally years. It has probably been terrible on this thing, but I've had this marked for years. I was like halfway through the book. I was a little over halfway through the book. Huh. Okay, where was I? I was on page 454, Small Rebellions. As Nisada lay on the slab, sweating and shivering, every part of her body aching with pain, she found herself wishing that Murtagh would return, if only so he could again free her from agony. When at last the doors of the eight-sided chamber swung open, she was unable to suppress her relief, but her relief turned to bitter disappointment when she heard the shuffling footsteps of her jailer descending the stairs that led into the room. As he had once before, the stocky, narrow-shouldered man bathed her wounds with a wet cloth, then bound them with strips of linen. When he released her from the restraints so that he could visit the privy room, she found she was too weak to make any attempt to grab the knife on the tray of food. Instead, she contented herself with thanking the man for his help for the second time, complimenting him on his nails, which were even shinier than before. It's like, it's like tortured. It's like, Murtagh, your nails, they're fire. which were cited before. He quite obviously wanted her to see, for he kept holding his hands where she could help but not look at them. Okay, so he was like, no, like, listen, check it out. Listen, okay, look. We kept look at them. After he fed her and departed, she tried to sleep, but the constant pain of her wounds made it impossible for her to do more than doze. Her eyes snapped open as she heard the bars of the door of the chamber being thrown open. Not again, she thought, panic welling up inside of her. Not so soon. I can't bear it. I'm not strong enough. Then she reined in her fear and told herself, Don't say such things, or you'll start to believe them. Still, although she was able to master her conscious reactions, she could not stop her heart from pounding at twice its normal speed. A single pair of footsteps echoed in the room, and then Murtagh appeared at the corner of her vision. He wore no mask, and his expression was somber. This time he healed at first, without waiting. The relief she felt as her pain abated was so intense it bordered on ecstasy. Okay. In all her life, she had never experienced sensation quite so pleasurable as the draining away of the agony. This stream is not made for kids. I checked that. She gasped slightly at the feeling. Thank you. Murtagh nodded, then he went over to the wall and sat in the same spot as before. She studied him for a minute. The skin on his knuckles was smooth and whole again, and he appeared sober, if grim, and closed-mouthed. His clothes had once been fine, but they were now torn, frayed and patched, and she spotted what looked like several cuts in the undersides of his sleeves. She wondered if he had been fighting. Does Galbatorix know where you are? Galbatorix is like the most, like, fantasy-ass name ever. I always thought that. The evil emperor in this book's name is Galbatorix. He might, but I doubt it. He's playing with his favorite concubines. That, or he's asleep. It's the middle of the night right now. Besides, I cast a spell to keep anyone from listening to us. He could break it if he wants, but I would know. What if he finds out? Murtagh shrugged. He will find out. If he wears down my defenses. Then don't let him. You're stronger than me. You have no one he can threaten. You can resist him, unlike me. The Varden are fast approaching, as are the elves from the north. If you can hold out for another few days, there's a chance. There's a chance maybe they can free you. You don't believe they can, do you? He shrugged again. Then help me escape. How much longer is this chapter, actually? That's a couple pages. You guys want me to keep going? Do you want me to finish this chapter? It's 1, 2, 3, 4. It's about 5 pages. This is a Final Fantasy XIII stream, so I'm reading a book. Someone's gonna look at this and be like, maybe. Someone's gonna like open up this stream later. But someone's gonna open the stream later and be like, see, this guy got so bored with Final Fantasy XIII, he picked up a book off his shelf and started reading. I'm gonna go ahead and finish this chapter, honestly. Here we go. A bark of hard laughter erupted from his throat. How? I can't do much more than put on my boots without Galbatorix's permission. You could loosen my cuffs, and when you leave, perhaps you could forget to secure the door. His upper lip curled in a sneer. There are 2 men stationed outside. There are I'm trying to sneer. I'm like, yeah, to do the yeah. Okay. His upper lip curled in a sneer. There are 2 men stationed outside. There are wards set upon this room to warn Galbatorix if a prisoner steps outside it, and there are hundreds of guards between here and the nearest gate. You'd be lucky to make it to the end of the hallway, if that. Perhaps, but I'd like to try. You'd only get yourself killed. Then help me. If you wanted, you could find a way to fool his wards. I can't. My oaths won't let me use my magic against him. What of the guards, though? If you held them off long enough for me to reach the gate, I could hide myself in the city, and it wouldn't matter if Galbatorix knew. The city is his! Besides, wherever you went, he could find you with a spell. The only way you would be safe from him would be to get far away from here before the alarm roused him. And that could not even... And that you could not even do on Dragonback. There must be a way. If there were... He smiled sourly. He looked down. It's pointless to consider. Frustrated, she shifted her gaze to the ceiling for a few moments. Then, at least let me out of these cuffs. He released his breath in sound of exasperation. um, Just so I can stand up, she said. I hate lying on this stone. It's making my eyes ache having to look at you down there. He hesitated, and then he rose to his feet in a single, graceful movement, came over to the slab, and began to unfasten the padded restraints around her wrists and ankles. Don't think you can kill me, he said in a low voice. You can't. As soon as she was free, he retreated to his former position and again lowered himself onto the floor, where he sat staring into the distance. It was, she thought, his attempt to give her some privacy as she sat up and swung her legs over the edge of the slab. Her shift was in tatters. Her shift? Burned through in dozens of locations. Is that a shift a name for like a shirt? And it did a poor job of concealing her form. Not that it covered much to begin with. Ooh. The marble floor was cool against the soles of her feet as she made her way to Murtagh and sat next to him. She wrapped her arms around herself in an attempt to preserve her modesty. Was Tornak really your only friend growing up, she asked. Murtagh still did not look at her. No, but he was as close as to a father as I ever had. He taught me, comforted me. I wrote that as caught. He taught me, comforted me, berated me when I was too arrogant, and saved me from making a fool of myself more times than I can remember. If he were still alive, he would have beaten me silly for getting as drunk as I did the other day. You said he died during your escape from Urabayan? There's like a word Urabayan. It's got like a little umlaut over the second U. I don't really know how to say that. I think there's actually a pronunciation guide in the back of these books. He snorted. I thought I was being clever. I bribed one of the watchmen to leave a side gate open for us. We were going to slip out of the city under the cover of darkness, and Galbatorix was Urabane. Okay. This is basically an audiobook if I did audiobooks. I've applied for audiobooks. I've never gotten an audiobook job. We were going to slip out of the city under the cover of darkness, and Galbatorix was only supposed to find out what had happened once it was too late to catch us. Also, let me know if I'm going too fast. He knew from the very start, though. How I'm not sure, but I guess he was scrying me the whole while. When Tornak and I went through the gate, we found soldiers waiting for us on the other side. Their orders were to bring us back unharmed, but we fought, and one of them killed Tornak. The finest swordsman in all the Empire, brought down by a knife in the back. But Galbatorix let you escape. I don't think he expected us to fight. Besides, his attention was directed elsewhere that night. She frowned, and she saw the oddest half-smile appear on Murtagh's face. I counted the days, he said. That was when the Razak were in Palancar Valley, searching for Saphira's egg. Saphira is the main dragon of the character Aragon, by the way. She was thought to be one of the last dragons, or rather, they had like a couple of dragons they had a couple dragon eggs, but the eggs don't hatch in this world unless they have like, I'll slow down. Sorry. The eggs were like they only hatch for like a specific dragon rider, so like Aragon was the rider who Saphira hatched for, and that's why he's like the hero. Yeah. So you see, Aragon lost his foster father almost at the same time I lost mine. Fate has a cruel sense of humor, don't you think? Yes, it does. But if Galbatorix could scry you, why didn't he track you down and bring you back to Urabane later on? He was playing with me, I think. I went to stay at the estate of a man I believed I could trust. As usual, I was mistaken, though I only found that out later, once the twins brought me back here. Galbatorix knew where I was, and he knew I was still angry over Tornak's death, so he was content to leave me at the estate while he hunted for Aragon and Brom. I surprised him, though. I left, and by the time he learned of my disappearance, I was already on my way to Drasleona. That's why Galbatorix went to Drasleona, you know? That wasn't to chastise Lord Tabor over his behavior, although he certainly did. It was to find me. But he was too late. By the time he arrived at the city, I had already met up with Aragon and Saphira, who had set off for Gilead. Why did you leave? She asked. Didn't Aragon tell you? No, not Drasleona. Why did you leave the estate? You were safe there, or so you thought. Why did you leave? Murtagh was quiet for a while. I wanted to strike back at Galbatorix, and I wanted to make a name for myself apart from my father's. My whole life, people have looked at me differently because I am the son of Morzan. Also, this is huge spoilers for anybody that wants to read these books. I guess I should say, because this is the 4th book, and Murtagh being a secret asshole was a big deal in the 2nd one. So here we are. Murtagh was quiet for a while. I wanted to strike back at Galbatorix, and I wanted to make a name for myself apart from my father's. My whole life, people have looked at me differently because I am the son of Morzan. I wanted them to respect me for my deeds, not his. He finally looked at her, a quick glance out of the corner of his eye. I suppose I got what I wanted, but again, fate has a cruel sense of humor. She wondered if there had been anyone else in Galbatorix's court whom he had cared for, but she decided it would be a dangerous topic to broach. So, instead, she asked, "How much does Galbatorix really know about the Varden?" "Everything, so far as I can tell. He has more spies than you think." She pressed her arms against her belly as her gut twisted. "Do you know of any way to kill him?" "A knife, a sword, an arrow, poison, magic, the usual ways. The problem is, he has too many spells wound about himself for anyone or anything to have a chance at harming him. Aragon is luckier than most. Galbatorix doesn't want to kill him, so he may get to attack the king more than once. But even if Aragon could attack him 100 times, he wouldn't find a way past Galbatorix's wards. Every puzzle has a solution, and every man has a weakness," Nasada... I can't say... I really gotta read the pronunciation, Nasada insisted. "Does he love any of his concubines?" The look on Murtagh's face answered her well enough. And then he said, "Well, what does that mean? What's the look?" The look on his face is it kind of like, "Girl, really?" Like, like, come on. Then he said, "Would it be so bad if Galbatorix remains king? The world he... Surada. Thank you, Ad. The world he envisions is a good world. If he defeats the Varden, the whole of Allegasia will finally be at peace. He'll put an end to the misuse of magic. Elves, dwarves, and humans will no longer have a cause to hate each other. What's more, if the Varden lose, Aragon and I can be together as brothers." Spoilers! Ought to be. "But if they win, it'll mean the death of Thorn and me. It'll have to." "Oh? And what of me?" she asked. "If Galbatorix wins, shall I become his slave to order about as he wills?" Murtagh refused to answer, but she saw the tendons on his back, on the back of his hands, tightened. "You can't give up, Murtagh." "What other choice do I have?" he shouted, filling the room with echoes. She stood and stared down at him. "You can fight! Look at me! Look at me!" He reluctantly lifted his gaze. "You can find ways to work against him. That's what you can do. Even if your oaths will only allow you the smallest of rebellions, the smallest of rebellions might still prove to be his undoing." She restated his question for effect. "What other choice do you have? You can go around feeling helpless and miserable for the rest of your life. You can let Galbatorix turn you into a monster." This is going a little slower than I thought it would, actually. "You can let Galbatorix turn you into a monster, or you can fight." She spread her arms so that he could see all the burn marks on her. "Do you enjoy hurting me?" "No!" he exclaimed. "Then fight, blast you! You have to fight, or you will lose everything. You lose everything you are. As will Thorn." Thorn is Murtagh's dragon. She held her ground as he sprang to his feet, lithe as a cat, and moved toward her until he was only a few inches away. The muscles in his jaws bunched and knotted while he glowered at her, breathing heavily through his nostrils. She recognized his expressions, for it was one she had seen many times before. His was the look of a man whose pride had been offended, and who wanted to lash out at the person who had insulted him. It was dangerous to keep pushing him, but she knew she had to, for she might never get the chance again. "If I can keep fighting," she said, "then so can you." "Back to the stone," he said in a harsh voice. "I know you're not a coward, Murtagh. Better to die than to live as a slave such as one as Galbatorix. At least then you might accomplish some good, and your name might be remembered with a measure of kindness after you're gone." "Back to the stone," he growled, grabbing her by the arm and dragging her over to the slab. She allowed him to push her onto the ash-colored block, fasten the restraints around her wrists and ankles, and then tighten the straps around her head. When he finished, he stood looking at her, his eyes dark and wild, the lines of his body like cords stretched taut. You have to decide whether you are willing to risk your life in order to save yourself, she said. You and Thorn both, and you have to decide now while there's still time. Ask yourself, what would Tornak have wanted you to do? Without answering, Murtagh extended his right arm and placed his hand upon the upper part of her chest, his palm hot against her skin. His breath hit the shock of the contact. Then, hardly louder than a whisper, he began to speak in the ancient language. As the strange words tumbled from his lips, her fear grew even stronger. The ancient language is like the magical language that like lets you, like, everything has a true name in this universe. It lets you, like, if you know the true name of someone, you can control them. If you know the true name of, like, I think it's like the elements, like you can like summon fire, you can like just do all this cool shit. So anytime someone's speaking in the ancient language, they're doing magic. He spoke for it seemed like minutes. She felt no different when he stopped, but that was neither a favorable nor an unfavorable sign where magic was concerned. Cool air washed over the patch on her chest, chilling it as Murtagh lifted his hand away. He stepped back and then started to walk past her toward the entrance of the chamber. She was about to call out to him, to ask what he had done to her, when he paused and said, "That should shield you from the pain of most any wound, but you'll have to pretend otherwise, or Galbatorix will discover what I've done." And then he left. "Thank you," she whispered to the empty room. Yeah, it did happen with Aragon's sword. The third book, Brissinger, I believe is what it's called. He named his sword Brissinger because it was the first like spell he ever learned. It was a fire spell. And it turned out that was the true name of his sword. So now he's got a cool ass fire sword. She spent a long time pondering their conversation. It seemed unlikely that Galbatorix had sent Murtagh to talk with her, but unlikely or not, it remained a possibility. Also, she found herself torn as to whether Murtagh was, at heart, a good person or a bad one. She thought back to King Hrothgar, who had been like an uncle to her when she was growing up, and how Murtagh had killed him on the burning plains. Then she thought of Murtagh's childhood and the many hardships he had faced, and how he had allowed Aragon and Saphira to go free just when he had easily brought them to Erebane. Yet even if Murtagh had once been honorable and trustworthy, she knew that his enforced servitude might have corrupted him. In the end, she decided she would ignore Murtagh's path and judge him on his actions in the present and those alone. Good, bad, or some combination thereof, he was a potential ally, and she needed his help if she could get it. If he proved false, then she would be no worse off than she already was. But if he proved true, then she might be able to escape from Erebane, and that was well worth the risk. In the absence of pain, she slept long and deep for the rest since her arrival at the capital. She awoke feeling more hopeful than before, and again fell to tracing the lines painted on the ceiling. The thin blue line, she was following, to her to notice a small white shape on the corner of a tile that she had previously overlooked. It took her a moment to realize that the discoloration was where a chip had fallen free. The slight amused her, for she found it humorous and somewhat comforting to know that Galbatorix's perfect chamber was not quite so perfect after all, and that, despite his pretensions otherwise, he was not omniscient or infallible. Hrothgar, the word Hrothgar is from Beowulf, but yeah. Big kitty man. I think he was actually wasn't he actually a dwarf? No, Hrothgar was, I can't remember. Was Hrothgar Nasuda's dad, who was the king of the Varden, or was it the dwarf king? I think it was the former. No, it was the dwarf king. Yeah, that's right. When the doors of the chamber next opened, it was her jailer, bringing what she had guessed was a midday meal. She asked him if she could eat first before he let her up, for she said she was more hungry than anything else, which was not entirely untrue. To her satisfaction, he agreed, though he uttered not a word, only smiled his hideous clamp-like smile, and seated himself on the edge of the slab. As he spooned... spoon's a fun word. As he spooned warm gruel into her mouth, and spooned with her, that didn't happen, her mind raced as she tried to plan for every contingency, for she knew she would only have one chance at success. Ajad was her dad. You're right. To her, blah, blah, blah. Anticipation made it difficult for her to stomach the bland food. Nevertheless, she managed, and when the bowl was empty, and she had drunk her fill, she readied herself. The man had, as always, placed the food tray by the base of the far wall, close to where Murtaugh had been sitting, and perhaps 10 feet from the door to the privy room. That's the bathroom in fantasy speak. That's where people go to poop. Once she was free of her manacles, she slid off the block of stone. The gourd-headed man reached over to her to take hold of her left arm, but she raised a hand and in her sweetest voice said, "I can stand by myself now, thank you." Her jailer hesitated, and then he smiled again and clacked his teeth together twice as to say, "Well then, I'm happy for you." They started toward the privy room, she in the front and he slightly to the rear. As she took her third step, she deliberately twisted her right ankle and stumbled diagonally across the room. The man shouted and tried to catch her. She felt his thick fingers close on the air above her neck, but he was too slow, and she eluded his grasp. She fell lengthwise onto the tray, breaking the pitcher, which she still held a fair amount of watered wine, and sending the wooden bowl clattering across the floor. By design, she landed with her right hand underneath her, and as soon as she felt the tray, she began to search with her rings for the metal spoon. "Ah!" she exclaimed, as if hurt, and then turned to look at the man, doing her best to appear chagrined. "Maybe I wasn't ready after all," she said, and gave him an apologetic smile. Her thumb touched the handle of the spoon, and she grabbed hold of it, even as the man pulled her upright by her arm. "Ooh, she's gonna scoop out his eyeballs." He looked her over and wrinkled his nose, appearing disgusted by her wine-soaked shift. Shift, again, I think that is shirt, or like whatever she's wearing right now. While he did, she reached behind herself and slid the handle of the spoon through a hole near the hem of her garment. Then she held up her hand, as if to show that she had taken nothing. The man grunted, grabbed her other arm, and marched her to the privy room. As she entered, he shuffled her back towards the tray, muttering under his breath. The moment she had closed the door, she pulled the spoon out of her shift and placed it between her lips, holding it there as she had plucked several strands of her hair from the back of her head, where they were longest. Moving as fast as she could, she pinched one end of the gathered hair between the fingers in her left hand, and then rolled the loose strands down her thighs with the palm of her right, twisting them together into a single cord. Okay, it's not a shiv, it's like a... I don't know. Her skin grew cold as she realized the cord was too short. Fumbling in her urgency, she tied off the ends and then placed the cord on the ground. She plucked another group of hairs and rolled them into a second cord, which she tied off like the first. We're actually reading Aragon. Don't ask why. I'm almost done. Knowing that she had only seconds remaining, she dropped to 1 second and knotted the two hands together. And then she took the spoon from her mouth, and with the slim length of the thread, she bound the spoon to the outside of her left leg, with the edge of her shift would cover it. It had to go out her left leg, because Galbatorix always sat to her right. She stood and checked... Oh, she's going to shiv Galbatorix. Okay. She stood and checked that the spoon remained hidden, and then took a few steps to make sure it would not fall. It did not. Relieved, she allowed herself to exhale. Now her challenge was to return to the slab without letting her jailer notice what she had done. The man was waiting for her when she opened the door to the privy room. He scowled at her, and his sparse eyebrows met, forming a single straight line. "Spoon," he said, mashing the... What are you, the tick? "Spoon," he said, mashing the word with his tongue as if it were a piece of overcooked parsnip. She lifted her chin and pointed toward the rear of the privy room. His scowl deepened. He went into the room and carefully examined the walls, floors, and ceilings, and all else before stomping back out. He clacked his teeth together again and scratched his bulbous head, appearing unhappy, and she thought a little hurt that he would bother to throw away the spoon. You're lucky his next words weren't, "Cavity search!" She had been kind to him, and she knew an act of such petty defiance would puzzle him and make him angry. She resisted the urge to pull away when he stepped forward, put his weighty hands on her head, and combed through her hair with his fingers. When he did not find the spoon, his face drooped. He grabbed her arm and then walked her over to the slab and again placed her in the manacles. Then, his expression sullen, he picked up the tray and shuffled out of the room. She waited until she was absolutely sure he was gone before she reached out with the fingers of her left hand and inch by inch pulled up the edge of her shift. A broad smile passed across her face as she felt the bowl of the spoon with the tip of her index finger. Now she had a weapon. She really is going to try and shiv the king, like the almighty, all-powerful, magical king with her spoon shiv. Okay. That was fun. That was a fun little little adventure at the end of this stream where I was playing Final Fantasy XIII. I should really go back and finish that book, honestly. I'm actually surprised, as I was reading it, I was actually surprised at how much I had retained of knowing what had happened there. Like I like bit by bit as I was going through, I was remembering exactly like the situation of what Nasada was in and what was going on. So yeah. Anyway, thanks for joining in, guys. Thanks for coming to this stream. I guess we'll play more Final Fantasy XIII next time, or maybe we'll start reading books on stream. That was fun. Maybe that's what we'll do. What if we just completely rebranded this channel to an audiobook stream where we just read books instead. I think I'd have to make a new channel for that. I don't think I could. I'm surprised I still have subscribers at all with how I never put out new like videos anymore. So yeah, I think that would be a bridge too far. But it was fun. I really enjoyed that. I used to when I was getting some voiceover practice, some of the things they told me to do was to volunteer with like some local like newspapers to like read just local announcements and obituaries like over the radio for folks who had to live at home and could only listen to the radio, and nobody listens to them. Like barely anybody does, but it's fun. It's kind of, you get to have a little bit of fun with it. Whatever, I'm rambling. Cool. So a good like half hour of this stream is going to be book reading. Anyway, thank you guys so much for coming by. I hope you all have a good night. I will talk to you some sooner than later. Have a good one. Bye-bye.